Henry Chao lured his 65-year-old father and 63-year-old mother to a flat in Tai Kok Tsui.
In 2013, Hong Kong native Henry Chao killed both of his parents in one of the most brutal and shocking murders the city has ever seen.
A high court judge described Henry Chao as a cold-blooded man and a very dangerous person.
29-year-old Chao had struggled through life when he made the decision to kill his parents. He had never maintained a real career or romantic relationship and had performed poorly at school.
He managed to maintain a small circle of friends here, but would often talk about very worrying topics with them. This included telling them that he believed he was a psychopath.
Henry blamed his parents, Moon and Glory, for all of these failures, later telling police that his father distracted him from his studies by playing the TV too loud, and his mother was disappointed with him and humiliated him in front of girls.
According to Henry, his parents were to blame for all his problems. He claimed that Chow Wing-ki was a distant and abusive father.
On March 1st, 2013, Chao invited his parents over to his house to help him tidy his new apartment.
On the day they were killed, Chao had tricked them into believing that they were going to help him tidy his flat.
The flat actually belonged to Chao's friend, Angus Suchun-kei. When Chao's parents entered, they were attacked. Both parents were stabbed and their throats slit before being dismembered. Over the next few days, their remains were chopped up, salted, refrigerated, and demoisturized.
There, Henry had stabbed his father and mother to death and dismembered them before salting and cooking their body parts like barbecued pork.
According to Chao, his accomplice Su had originally tried to get rid of the remains by covering them with cement and sand, as well as throwing parts into the sea. Eventually, a plan was made to disguise the flesh as char siu barbecued pork, a popular dish in Hong Kong.
Glory and Moon's elderly son first noticed his parents disappeared on the 2nd of March 2013, and so he went to Henry to ask if he knows where their parents were.
Almost 2 weeks after the murder, with news of his parents' disappearance spreading, Chao was interviewed by police. During questioning, Chao messaged his friends admitting to the crimes. He even told them the details and reasons for the murder.
A chilling confession over a WhatsApp group chat had prompted this so-called tip. The confession described the actions of a man who had just murdered his own parents.
Their homes were searched, and in a refrigerator, police discovered lunch boxes filled with rice and human flesh, 2 human heads, and 3 bags of chopped limbs and other body parts.
Apparently, this had been the easiest way to hide the bodies.
Chao told police that he believed that killing his parents would solve many of his problems.
Henry said he lost a lot of money in the stock market and wanted his parents to help him out, but they refused. After hearing this, his friend came up with an alternative idea and told Henry that instead of ending his own life, he should end his parents' life and inherit their money to pay off the debt.
He said that, "I thought that if I could resolve the emotional connection with my parents, it would be a solution." He said, "If they died, I could be reborn." The case went to court in February of 2015. Psychiatric assessments of both men were carried out, revealing Chao's IQ at 126, higher than average, whereas Su's IQ was 84. Because of the considerable difference in IQ, the courts considered Chao to be the instigator.
Judge said Chao had manipulated his friend Chun-kei into helping him get rid of the bodies.
Chao's defense argued on the basis of diminished responsibility due to his mental instability, which was eventually disregarded. In March 2015, the verdict was passed. Chao was found guilty of both murders, whereas Su was found not guilty. Chao was sentenced to life imprisonment, while Su received just 1 year for preventing the lawful burials of the bodies. As he had already been detained for 2 years, Su was immediately released. Chao's manipulative and cold-hearted nature ultimately led him to life imprisonment. As for Su, many believe that his punishment was extremely soft considering his involvement, but we may never know exactly who did what to Chao's parents the day they died. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Crime 101. We've got plenty more stories coming up, so be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss out.